In the mid of rise of Bitcoin, Ethereum is also attracting a lot of eyeballs. People have been talking a lot about it lately. It is believed to be on a good run and could prove to be a good asset to have. Mark Cuban explains why he thinks that Ethereum will surpass Bitcoin and why he is so bullish on Ethereum. Mark believes that Ethereum is the future of technology and it solves many problems in the world today, unlike Bitcoin. According to Mark, the biggest limitation right now is the transaction cost. They are ridiculous. Because of that, it actually puts a lid on the number of actual transactions, and we see people being pushed towards private blockchains like Top Shots and different NFTs and different tokens and stuff like that. But some people say that 2.0 is right around the corner and always will be. So we don't know what's going to happen there. But smart contracts are real. Smart contracts on blockchain remind us of the early days of the internet when people realized that there is a network effect and that with just HTML and then some basic JavaScript, you could do a whole lot of business and create a whole lot of new businesses. So there were companies that only sold books in bookstores and then Amazon came on. There were only radio and television and then AudioNet putting audio and video as broadcast.com came along and now streaming is ubiquitous. But it took 25 years to get from there to here. So we are right at that point right now where smart contracts in particular on top of blockchain allow people to digitize, to take anything that's digital and turn it into a product and then sell it. Mark Cuban says that what's really changed everything in terms of the smart contracts is the fact that it's becoming friction-free banking, where it's easier. Even though you have to over-collateralize, it's easier to borrow in seconds. Even again, still it depends on where else you would be borrowing, but still relatively higher transaction cost. If you have got $200 in Ether or Bitcoin and you want to wrap it and then you want to borrow $100 at 2.3%, it takes you 15 seconds and that's really incredible. Mark wants to say that Ethereum is going up and up because that's the easiest way to yield farm. Bitcoin is not an easy way to yield farm for most of the people. You have got to do your swaps. But Ethereum is easy and that's become the currency for all your swaps or most swaps. It's become the currency for a lot of smart contracts and more people are coming in. Mark reminds that Ethereum right now has an advantage over Bitcoin in terms of regular people, not as a store value and transactional, because as more people get into the ETFs, all they are going to know is Ethereum and they are all going to have to buy Ethereum in order to do it. For new people coming in, Ether has an advantage over Bitcoin as a store value. For example, if one person likes digital art, how do he buy digital art? With Ether. And if there's thousands of people a day coming in, relative to the size of the number of people doing this, that's very impactful. Because every now and then, one of them is going to be aware and they are going to buy 1,000 Ether. And because they want to go out there and be able to buy that big art network, and then on top of that, you are going to start to see music and entertainment videos in movies, for that matter, posted on OpenSea or Wearables or wherever, because that's a better way to sell it. And what are they going to see? And what are they going to have to do if they want to do their own store? They are going to have to spend their $500 or $600 in Ethereum or half an Ethereum just to be able to play the game. There's nothing in this ecosystem that says you have to buy Bitcoin first in order to transact or do something within DeFi or within any of the digital goods marketplace. NFTs and digital collectibles, digital goods will be the way to bring in more people into the crypto. With Dapper and growing or doing with NBA Top Shots, that's kind of a unique environment and that's bringing people in. But that's getting them excited about digital goods. Mark tells us that you got to Crypto Slam and you get to see the number of customers and you get to see the number of users and you see that number creeping up, and those people are becoming more and more comfortable with buying and selling digital goods. NBA top shots are going through a whole lot of grief right now, just in terms of being able to keep up with the volume, and a lot of them are right, because blockchain doesn't scale great for some of these applications in terms of the user interface on the UX. But most people coming in right now fall into two categories: store value, want to make some money, Bitcoin. So if you are an investor first, Bitcoin, but everybody else collectors. Why would they buy Bitcoin? Just to be able to be involved in DeFi, NFTs, digital arts, digital collectibles of any kind. 99% or a large majority of all that activity is happening on Ethereum. There are other blockchains trying to capture some of that marketplace share with NFTs, like Flow is doing a lot on the NFTs. But it has that kind of one simple as a by design architecture that it just can't be that layer for decentralized finance. When you pick the block size of 1 megabit or whatever it was, that's the whole reason behind what is a Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin SV, whatever it is, that's designed to do transactions. It made its bet to be a store value, and the algorithmic scarcity is a great selling tool. Overall, it's a great narrative, and that's not going away. And we can see the argument being made for people to put in their treasury and to use it as an alternative. And that's really good. But Mark says that part of the problem is for those people who want to yield farm, trying to go through the process of going into wrapped Bitcoin and making that swap. You got to hope that the people behind wrapped Bitcoin are doing their job to make sure that it tracks exactly right. And then there's some risk associated with that. And it's just complex and hard to do. So I can say that Mark wants to conclude that there is no reason to go and wrap your Bitcoin if you can just directly do it with Ether. So guys, if you found this video informative, then please make sure to like this video. Also, subscribe to our channel and press that bell button. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, have a nice day.